Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to our YouTube channel. This is Henry and Caitlin
and Baby
Mazda. Today we're gonna share with you guys something juicy. Is it juicy?
No.
Living right here in Qatar. Living in Qatar, life in Qatar. So that's what we're gonna share with you guys today. So without wasting any time, let's go. What do you think? What's your opinion about Qatar?
I think Qatar is a very family-friendly and family-oriented place to live. I find there's a lot of events that are meant for kids, and there's malls and indoor play areas, and even when I was pregnant or even now with a small baby, I feel like everyone's just kind and friendly towards young families here in Qatar. Do you agree?
Yeah, I'll agree. It's a family-oriented place. It's a beautiful country for sure. It's a beautiful country. Of course, every country have their own issues.
Yeah.
But generally, in terms of, I would say the physicality of the country, it's put together. But that doesn't make it perfect, because there are some things that I do have opinion on, and I'm like, no, it's not happening here. But generally, it's a beautiful country.
Most things here are new because it was made for FIFA, which happened last year, only a year ago now. So most things have been developed, and most things have been developed in the past 10 years here. So majority of stuff is still new and
brand new,
clean, and that's one thing I have to say about Qatar. Qatar is very clean,
spanking clean.
There's no litter, there's no dirt. There's dirt, but there's just not dirt on the paths that you would walk on. And there's no garbage laying around. Everything is clean. Bathrooms, you go to outdoor bathrooms at a market, and it's nicer than hotel bathrooms I've been in Canada.
Yeah.
Everything, it's very clean here, I would say, and very safe. I think the biggest thing is that honestly things here are so safe. It's just,
it's very safe. You can keep your things, go and come back, it's still there. Because you can't even try, because they have strict laws, right? If you try anything, they're sending you back to jail or your country.
Yeah.
So people are very mindful, and you have cameras located in malls and places on the road.
Yeah.
So it's hard for you to commit a crime and get away with it. If you try and you get caught, you're going to jail or you're leaving the country. And I wouldn't say probably doesn't happen 100%, because no matter how it is, even if there's camera right here, some people say they'll still do something. Right? But you don't even hear about 90. Yeah,
you don't
safe.
Hear about anything happening. You don't hear about that kind of stuff.
Because they're very strict in their laws.
Yeah.
So they don't joke.
Yeah.
Would you advise someone to come to Qatar, or someone that wants to build their life? Maybe
I would say if you are a married couple or a family, that Qatar is probably a really good place for you to be. If you are single and looking to date and that kind of stuff, or looking for that kind of party scene and that, yes, it can happen here, but it's not really that type of place. Sure, you can still find the bars, you can still go out partying, but it's more limited, and it's not as openly it's harder. There's a lot more obstacles for that kind of stuff. Whereas if you are a young couple and you like to kind of just spend time with each other and go out and do things, then Qatar is definitely a place for you.
Yeah.
So we can go to beaches, we can go to the mall, we can go to the movie theaters, we can go to markets, we can go to events, we can go to I'm trying to think, bowling alleys. I'm trying to think, there's lots of stuff to go and do, but it's definitely not somewhere that, alcohol is restricted here. So you can't go to a restaurant and just have a glass of beer. So if that's a big thing for you, it's not something that you can do here in Qatar.
Yeah.
Only hotels are probably the only place that would have licenses to serve alcohol. What else? Same with for pork products as well. Pork products are not widely found here. You have to have a license to be able to buy pork products.
Yeah.
So if pork and alcohol are very important things to you, Qatar is not your place. But if you're like us and that don't really eat pork products, don't really care about them, and you're not you're not really someone who likes to drink all the time or don't drink at all. Yeah, definitely good.
Yeah, you can come to. I think if you're a single person, you find it a bit harder. Of course, not everyone, but majority of people, you can still work here, right? But I've heard people say that you could get really very kind of lonely. And again, in some areas, not just everyone, right? But some people that come from some countries, you can be a person working here as a single person and have your own apartment and everything. But most people that are coming here, especially maybe from third world countries like the Philippines, Nigeria, and all that kind of stuff, they're gonna end up in some kind of situation where men live in this place and women live in this place where you're sharing rooms. So if you don't want that, don't try to come here. If you don't want that,
it could be very isolating. So I think I think the big thing is like how you live and what you can do is really going to depend on the type of job that you have when you get here and your living situation. But yeah, I feel like I could see how being here as a single person could be very isolating.
Yeah, because you can't even you're not. So if you're staying with men, only men here, women here, you're not even allowed to say your girlfriend visit you. Even if you met a girl here, right, they cannot come to you to visit.
Right.
If you have to go to a place, you have to go to a hotel, and then sometimes the hotel won't let you in because you have to show that you married.
Yeah,
right. So it makes it very difficult. You can only sit outside somewhere like this, bring your girlfriend, you guys talk, and you go home. So you can't really have time that intimate connection.
Events and things you go to, like they still do separate men and women. But if you're a family, you can go, oh well, no, we're a family, we're in the family line. So it is more. Yeah, I think Qatar really is. I mean, I know there's lots of people here who love it, but I would say it's probably more friendly towards families and couples.
And people that are kind of in some kind of jobs that is middle to upper income.
Yeah.
Because if you're kind of like a minimal job, it can be a little difficult if you're.
Yeah, for sure.
If your
for
job
sure.
is.
But if you're like looking for like a profession, right? If you're coming here underneath some sort of profession, you're probably gonna have a better style of life. But I would say like we do everything here that we would have done in Canada or in Nigeria.
Pretty much, yeah.
There's lots to do and see, and you also, I mean, you didn't even talk about weather. So unfortunately, they have some really nice times. Like right now, it's really nice. The weather's beautiful, and it's most of the time the weather's really good here. It gets a bit colder, like I would say like 15 degrees around like January, February, and it gets really hot in the summer. So like July and August are like so hot, so humid that you don't spend a lot of time outside. So that's just something to keep in mind.
And it gets very hot because it's desert country, right? So most of the countries here, just like in UAE, which is Dubai, that most people know, and then here and then Oman, all that kind of the desert area, it get really, really, really hot. So you can't be outside like that.
In the summer.
Yeah, but then there are ACs in buildings.
Everywhere
so that
AC.
helps. But if your job is outside, it can be hard because I see sometimes people working on construction or outdoor job in the summertime, it's not easy for them.
Yeah, but, even though they restrict the hours from the hottest time of the day, it's still hot when they are working. Yeah.
But generally, the country is beautiful. If you've been to, and in a very small country.
Yes.
If you've been to Dubai, or if you know about Dubai, it's similar to Dubai. Like in majority of course, Dubai is advanced and more developed, so they are trying to catch up, right?
Yeah.
But it's very, very similar in things, behavior, and small country, about close to 3 million. So yeah, majority of people, you don't need to speak Arabic. If you speak English, you're fine. You don't need to say, I need to speak Arabic before I come here.
You probably are better off speaking English than Arabic.
But majority of people here are from different countries.
Yeah.
The actual native of this place are very, very, very small in number, about 300,000 or thereabout. So the rest are just expats. So English is like, it's like the official language.
Yeah, it's not the official language, but it's the language used. Everything is in Arabic and in English. Let's put it that way. In most places you go, you will find both Arabic and English speakers, no matter what.
Yeah.
So you can function through the country with either language, Arabic or English.
Yeah, and if you're coming here and you're coming from another country, get your make sure you get international. If you're planning to drive here, make sure you
Yes.
get your international driver's license as you're coming, so you can drive before you get your license. And we have a video about driver's license that you can check that out on the next video. So if we think of anything, we're gonna answer.
Or any specific questions, comment down below, and we will
Maybe
try
in
to
the comment
answer
section,
you.
I will try to answer you. Yeah, and stay tuned. You're gonna get more. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Say bye.
Bye. Mwah.